Insanefriends.
Wow.
Good to have all our friends here. We're glad to see you.
I don't even see the video. What's going on?
I don't see it either. Maybe that's us. About to pop up on the screen. No, this is a commercial about us. Oh. Camaro time. Hello. Can you see us? Can you hear us? How's our audio and video?
Wow.
Well,
Camaro
on tonight's show,
first one in the chat. Awesome.
Camaro time is awesome altogether.
Yes.
Now, our format for Wednesday night, we usually have a guest, and the show is usually all about their channel or their business or their car show or cruising events. But we had a postponement tonight, as our announcements alluded to the last few weeks. Streetcar Life was going to be here, but there's been a little delay in their event, which we had previously announced would be, I'm looking through the calendar, yes, I got CRS, I can't remember stuff.
You almost said a wordy dog.
Yeah. Oh, the dirty joke for tonight is next door. One of the Black Angus cows slipped and fell in the mud.
That reminds me of my favorite dirty joke when I was a little girl.
But
a white horse fell in the mud puddle.
May the 25th.
And then you want to hear a clean joke? They gave him a bath.
You want to hear a Georgia joke?
No.
He got clean because he was in Georgia, and it rained and rained and rained and rained.
And rained and rained
until
and
he was
rained.
clean.
It's raining in Alabama too. Ask me how I know.
So we had announced that May the 25th, Streetcar Life was having their event 8 p.m. to 1 p.m. at the Chattanooga State parking lot. They have yet to receive, and this is no fault of their own, they've yet to receive confirmation from Chat State on the parking lot space for that day. So we will have them on here either next week or the week after, and then we can talk to them all about that. By then they should know for sure exactly where it's going to be and when it's going to be.
Hi, how you doing?
And if the parking lot is available. So understandably, they're wanting to wait for confirmation for that before announcing everything to everybody. So the announcements for the other events, a little bit closer, will be, of course, the 22nd of February. One of the most important dates on the calendar here is, of course, Camaro Time's wife's birthday. So make sure you at least go to his channel. I'm not sure if she has a channel or not. Go to his channel if you've got no other way of contacting them, and let her know happy birthday. On March the 9th, March the 9th is the Riverside Spring Meet from 12 to 5 p.m. First Tennessee Pavilion. Did I announce what? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. And on the 6th of March will be the first live show of Muscle Car Appraisal. And we'll go over the hashtag Insanefriends live calendar and all the lives in the group in just a minute. On April the 6th.
One moment.
Yes, ma'am.
To go take care of this.
Okay, you go right ahead.
I need a pair of glasses, so I don't know what.
April the 6th is Bo's Extravaganza in Holden, Louisiana. There will be a line of General Lee's, and he will be personally jumping the General Lee for the first time in history. All the other jumps were made by stuntmen, of course, and this is the first time he will actually be in the driver's seat jumping the General Lee. Because it is the 40th anniversary of the first show that came out of the Dukes of Hazzard. Bo is going to be in the driver's seat. Also on April the 27th is Bugapalooza from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. on Sunday. It is an all-weekend affair at Camp Jordan in East Ridge, Tennessee. On the same Saturday, if you're further south of us and you're not planning on going up to the Tennessee line, East Ridge or Chattanooga for the Bugapalooza, you can catch in Kennesaw the Mountain Shrine Car Show and Gospel Singing put on by John Foster and Patricia at 1380 White Circle, Northwest Marietta. Now, this is a Shriner show. And if you want to see how great the Shriner shows are, you can look at some of our show car videos. And recently, there was another Shriner show that we filmed up here. And of course, that is to benefit the Shriners hospitals and the children that receive free medical care at the Shriners Hospital. So very worthy cause. I urge you to turn out for that in droves if you're anywhere near Kennesaw, which is north of Atlanta. Now, that's enough of the calendar announcements. That will fill up thicker fairly quickly. We can't just go back over last year's events and copy the dates because people are trying to get those venues on lockdown, and a lot of the events from last year that will be on the calendar are not on there yet because they're not sure whether they have this venue or that venue or new venue. We do know that let's see here what it was. The Rebecca Davis St. Jude's Car Show will be in August again, like it was last year, and it will be huge again, like it was last year.
Yeah, it was awesome last year.
Yep, last year they raised over $13,000 for St. Jude's in that one event. So kudos to them. There's plenty of video of that as well on our channel, of the cars there, the people there, and the show itself. I actually still have some more footage for y'all to look forward to that hasn't been released yet from that event. Oh, Camaro Time says if we don't have enough, you can send some rain from North Carolina down. At this point, it wouldn't matter because everything is so soaking wet. It wouldn't make any difference.
You can keep it.
Maybe for some of the low-lying areas where there's already flooding, yeah, it would. But
if you get some snow, you can send that down here so I can get the day off from work. But other than that, I don't want to see any more weather.
And so hello to Camaro Time. Hello to Impact's Garage and Gaming. And apparently Impact's is in North Carolina. I don't know why I didn't already know that. He's up there in North Carolina as well. And his yard is a mud pit with a thin layer of grass on top. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, I don't know about the grass anymore. I think our grass got washed away.
We got the big Insane van stuck the other day.
And we took the little tiny Camry and we pulled it out of there.
Go figure. Strange as it may seem, we should have got that on video because that had to have been hilarious to see. But since we were both inside the vehicles, we didn't actually see it. But we were right there, nose to the page. So. But
Cammy did it. I pulled that big old thing out of there with a little tiny Camry.
Camaro Time is building a Camaro powered Ark.
Well.
It may be the only way he gets to drive his Camaro.
2x2 out of there?
Yeah. No, they're jumping another one of the reproduction.
And Boduke's going to be in the driver's side.
Yeah, he's going to be in the driver's seat
Schneider's
this time.
going to do the jumping for the first time in his life.
So if you're there, film from far away. In case he veers off course.
Yeah.
And yes, I completely agree. The guy that does the reproduction chargers on the Crown Vic platform, that is absolutely genius. That is wonderful in so many ways, not the least of which is there's bazillions and bazillions of Crown Vics available to do stuff like that with, and it's not depleting the supply of those old chargers.
We got one.
As they get tore up. Yep, even we've got one.
Yep.
We sure do.
We might be turning that one into a Batmobile. I don't think so.
No, if we got one to turn into a Batmobile, it wouldn't be.
Little Batmobile.
Yeah, a scaled down version.
My size.
A queen of the car scene size. Yeah.
Yeah. Yay. I want to drive that thing.
Well, one of our trivia questions is about tonight is going to be about a famous movie car. But first, let me shout out all the guys on the hashtag Insanefriends live calendar. Starting with Sunday, we have, well, us.
No.
Us are on Sunday
really?
at 7:30 right here on Saneauto. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
And then Gregory Salvatore.
Change that show. Get those people off of there.
Yeah, the audience is suffering having to watch us all the time.
Wow.
Then Sunday nights at 9 p.m. is Gregory Salvatore.
Oh, he's awesome.
And then Monday nights is One Wheel E at 9 p.m.
He's funny.
And then Tuesday night.
He was funny last night with Bubs.
At 9 p.m. is Bubsification.
They were doing.
Yeah, they were on our hashtag Insane Friends live show last. Yep, they sure did. Last Wednesday, they were here on the Insane Friends show. Both One Wheel E and Bubsification. And big shout out to One Wheel E for helping me out with moving stuff at the shop. The Chattanooga shop.
Thank you. But he still hurt his side, and I'm upset.
Yeah, I pulled a muscle in my short ribs.
I'm upset.
And tonight is hashtag Insane Friends. Starts at 7:30. We normally have a guest.
There's a mute guy.
Anybody that wants to be a guest on Wednesday night and showcase your channel, please contact me on Facebook, Victor Sane Facebook. Also, if you want to share your videos and get more views and stuff, check out the Saneauto Facebook. You'll want to join that and start sharing your videos to get more views. Right after us, on the 6th of next month, will be Muscle Car Appraisal will be joining the hashtag Insane Friends calendar and shouting out everyone on the calendar.
He just knows everything.
And helping everybody's channel grow. Yeah, he will be having some trivia and other things like that we've talked about for the format of his show. But it's not all set in stone yet, so we'll see just how that goes. But I know it's going to be an awesome show. Everybody's going to love that. Thursday night starts out we're at 8 p.m. with Old Car Auto Guy. I think Straight Six Fan was hosting that show last week.
Yeah.
And so Old Car Auto Guy will be hosting that show on his channel this week at 8 p.m. Followed by Dorito and Lucha Cabra at 9:30. Followed by Easy 2 Tips and Tricks, etc., from 10:30 to 12. These are all Eastern Standard Time because, for instance, Ken at Easy 2 Tips Trips, he's in Southern California. It's actually like 4 hours different. His time. So West Coast time.
Well, the one who's really got different time, it's a whole day ahead, is Chopper's Rule.
Yep, that's on Saturday. We're about to get to that. There's Friday night. Formerly Horseaholics Anonymous. His channel name is now Horses Shop. Horses Shop is going live at 8:30. Saturday is Chopper's Rule 1 at 6:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time, which is Sunday morning in Australia, where he's at. And Fab Automotive
Detailing. It's really early to get the show on Saturday.
Yep.
Night. That's awesome.
Followed by Fab Automotive Detailing at 9 p.m.
I tried to ask him about the lottery numbers, but he can't. He won't give them to me. He's selfish. He keeps them for himself.
Yeah, with several of our members, it's some timey-wimey stuff because they're in such a different time zone that, like Ken at Easy 2 Tips, Tricks, etc. I think it's around 7 o'clock Pacific time when he's live, and in our time it's 10:30. Hey, Dorito! Hey, hello, Streetcar Life. It's great to see you here watching now. Streetcar Life, we were talking about earlier before, is here in the chat.
Life.
Streetcar for Life is their channel name. They're in here if you guys want to connect with them and check out their channel. If you want to check out any of these guys' channels, this is our core audience of hashtag Insanefriends.
Well,
some of the greatest channels, not all of them.
We didn't have a guest this week.
Well, yeah, they can't all be here every time we live, but they come for the replay when they're not. But there's every single channel in here right now that's present right now. It's very great channels, lots of great automotive content, and being in our group, the hashtag Insanefriends, it extends our automotive reach well beyond the North Georgia area. Camaro Time does a great job of covering North Carolina area and the car shows and events and stuff up there. Z Outlaw SS is in the north end of Atlanta, just south of us, and not only covers area down there, but also comes up here into the mountains.
Ooh, Z Outlaw, hi. How you doing?
And
you having a good day?
Yeah, and Straight 86 Fan, he's in our live group, and he does live at 8 p.m. on Thursday nights. But I think it's going to be hosted by Old Car Auto Guy this week, but they'll both be there in the live. And Bubs and One Wheel E are up there in Chattanooga, living from up there and covering that area and the shenanigans that going on up there. And I mean the good shenanigans. We don't, in our group, we keep everything clean and family friendly.
Because we all had or have kids.
Right. A lot of our audience still has small children and stuff. So we voluntarily keep the language clean and the content clean in case kids are watching. That way everybody can enjoy. And we also like supporting a lot of events with children's charities and veterans charities. So we definitely like to keep it clean.
All right. Who is it? There's 8 people watching us and only 7 people liking us. Who is it that don't like us?
Okay, our first trivia question of the night.
I know the answer.
Yeah. Don't be giving stuff away now. Our first trivia question, the answer is going to have something to do with famous movie cars. And that's your first hint. This fella was born in 1895. His name is Louis Vero Dabrowski. I'm sorry if I butchered his name. His father died at 8 while hill climbing. His mother died when he was 16.
Okay, his father died when his father was 8 years old, or when he was 8 years old?
No, when Louis Dabrowski was 8 years old.
All right.
His mother died.
That makes more sense.
Louis's mother died when Louis was 16.
Yeah.
Okay, which made him the 4th richest person in the world under 21 years old. So he used his fortune to fund his need for speed, became a very famous race car driver.
Because he was Batman.
No, he wasn't Batman. He was involved with Aston Martin, Maybach, Mercedes, which ultimately was the death of him. There's another question involving that later. the first question is, what was his most famous race car? There was a movie inspired by him and his most famous race car. A very similar name to the name of this race car. What was the name of this famous race car?
You're kidding me.
That's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. No, not Speed Racer. You'll never get this one in a million years. It's my favorite movie when I was 6 years old.
Mach 5. I should have come up with a trivia question that was an answer of Mach 5. I'll have to do that at some future show after y'all have had a chance to forget about Mach 5.
I tell you that though, this one I was 6, and I watched that movie. It was a classic.
Another hand, I guarantee you all know the name of this race car, and you all know the name of this movie.
In the end of this month, in the end of the movie,
don't give it away. Don't give it away. Oh, don't give it away. They're all going to get it now.
They're not going to remember a flying car.
No, it wasn't Herbie. Think older. Older, quite a bit older than Herbie. Guy was born in 1895.
Dick Van Dyke was in the movie.
Ah, quit giving it away. She's like Unchained over here. Camaro time. Don't give it away. Dick Van Dyke.
Did that help?
Yep, and the race car name was actually Chitty Bang Bang. And so they just added an extra chitty for the movie. But yeah, that was the car, and there were 3 of those: Chitty Bang Bang 1, Chitty Bang Bang 2, and Chitty Bang Bang 3. And they were the most famous race cars he had.
Okay, I got a question. In the movie, that was not a race car.
It was an old, in the movie, it was an old famous race car that they discovered neglected and left out in the weather, and they wanted to get it and restore it because they couldn't stand the thought of it sitting out there being abused and neglected anymore. And they wanted to rescue that car, kind of like you want to do with every Mustang you see.
Yeah, they do bad things. People are bad.
Yes, Camaro time. At the beginning, it was a race car. It was an old retired race car that they discovered.
Dick Van Dyke was an inventor. And he invented all of this stuff.
That he put on the car, yeah. He wanted to use it to
Bubsification.
Restore it and then showcase it. Hey, what's happening, Bubsification?
Earlier.
You can catch him live Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Where's my thing to do screen share? Put Camaro time up here for winning the trivia question. Now remember, if you win the trivia question,
you have to remember.
Don't answer the next trivia questions because we want to let somebody else win.
Remember, I saw that movie when I was 6 years old, so I didn't see it again after that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can do it this way. And the answer. Go to the channel. See who else here. You get to interact with the chat.
That one that is the automatic one that drove itself, or the one that got stepped on by the T-Rex? I like that one. Squash. I had a T-Rex. Well, I saw a T-Rex at Wally World the other day that I wanted.
Now
it was wind up, and it made growling noises, and its eyes lit up.
Can everybody see? Yeah, there's Camaro Times channel up there on screen share.
Yay!
Now, one of the greatest things going on Camaro Times channel right now is the series on Camaros about he started out with first generation, then second generation. He's going through all the generations of Camaros. Lots of really cool information and trivia involved in those videos. And my second question is pulled right now because I was gonna ask if y'all knew what the next generation Camaro, the latest generation Camaro was on Camaro Times videos, but it's right there staring us in the face, the 5th generation. So that kind of gives it away. So I will move on to the third question right after we celebrate. Woo! Bubsification.
Awesome! Yay!
Thank you for the super support.
Yay! They can't see that.
No, they can't see that, can they? I'm just sitting here doing the alarm thing with all the tassels and everything in front of the camera, and I'm on screen share.
That's funny.
Hey, don't look at it as I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Look at it as I'm completely in control the other half of the time. Sharp as a tack 50% of the time.
He's awful cute though. That's why
if you haven't been to Camaro Times channel, make sure you go check out his channel and support him. And that doesn't mean just hit the subscribe and leave. Actually watch the whole video. And when you're done with that,
Camaro Times said at least we heard it.
Like I suggest with everybody connecting with everybody, you know, YouTube doesn't want sub for sub going on. We completely understand why. There's lots of really good reasons why they don't want that going on. It's not really good for anybody. But true support, building a true community involves, you know, checking out somebody's channel, subscribing to their channel, watching a full view of video, come back later and watch at least another video, because we all got some early videos we're not that proud of from back when we were just learning. So the first video you see may not be the best video on the channel, so give it a chance. And everyone here, if you go connect with them, you do not have to use words like back or return or anything like that the Google algorithm is looking for. You don't have to do that, because they will come back to your channel. If you visit somebody's channel that's in this chat, they will come back to your channel and support you as well, without you even having to ask.
Camaro Time.
They're very supportive, nice people.
The picture that we made your stickers from, where you're in the middle of the two, because that looked really cool.
Yep. Yeah, and it's got both Camaros in it.
Pointed it at you.
Well, they're pointed a little bit. It's right here behind us. See? They're pretty straight, but because of the camera angle, it makes it, the camera angle makes it look like they're pointed slightly away from each other.
Yeah. And
it frames Pete perfectly between the two Camaros.
Yeah, I like that.
And then you know, he himself did that part with the putting the Camaro Time lettering behind there, because he's such an editing and genius. As a matter of fact, we now use the same editing software that he does, thanks to him turning us onto it, the DaVinci software, which is amazing editing software. It's a professional software like you would have access to in a television studio. And so that's one of the reasons why our editing on our videos has gotten better, is because of Camaro Time. And he has some how-to videos on how to use the software. He's got a great background in photography and editing, and it gives him an advantage with his channel, as you can see in his subscribership.
And he
was here, I think it was one of the Sundays
helpful.
when he was in the live, and he hit 3,000.
Yes.
Which is amazing, amazing growth.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of people are still struggling to hit that first 1,000.
Now, we need to get to the next question.
The next question is, well, would be, if I hadn't set my note down somewhere and lost it. Okay, well, at least I can remember it. Lost the note. Okay, it's the same person with the same car, the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Luis Vero Zabrowski. The next question about him is, what age was he when he died? And I'll tell you another hint. He was racing when he died. And who was he racing for? How old was he? And who was he racing for when he died?
Are those stickers? Obsification?
Yes, they are. They're vinyl for like the back of the Insanefriends van.
We're gonna do that?
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna do that. And big shout out for our super supporter, Bubsification. We have only one vinyl sticker from Bubsification, so I am.
Says Mercedes and 37.
Mercedes is right, but you got to look at a little closer to the age. The age is wrong. He was younger. Younger than 37. Hey, fan, what's happening? Thank you for smashing the thumbs up. And everyone, if you haven't checked out Bubsification's channel, please do. He's right up there in Chattanooga, where a lot of you other guys are. And the other night, I think it was last night, we were watching his live at 9 p.m. He's on the hashtag Insanefriends live. They were doing lots of donuts and
with a pickle.
And now this
And then he did bagels.
And they do it inside of the small garage.
I don't know how they do that. They don't have enough room. Yours is bigger. You have more room.
Well, there were a couple of NASCAR incidents.
Yeah.
If you want to know what I mean by that. Oh, man, I messed that up, didn't I? If you want to know what I mean by that, you'll have to go check out the replay. So we have this other Bubsification. We have two one-wheel e-stickers, so that's going to be easy. We can put one up on the board back here, and we can put one on the van, the big van. But we only have one Bubsification sticker, so now we have to decide: do we put it on the live board here,
well, it would
or do we put it on the back of the van?
Live board, because people in our audience would see it and
more often.
It wouldn't be wasted.
Because we don't always take that big van around everywhere.
Yeah, that big van costs too much money to drive.
Okay.
Lonesome!
Hello, Lonesome's Garage.
How you doing?
And the same rules apply. If you go check out Bubsification's channel and connect with him, subscribe to him, watch his videos, and comment. Make sure you comment when you go to somebody's videos. It's very important.
One person that doesn't hit the like button all night long. It's driving me crazy. I need to know who it is.
Big growth hint: if you comment everywhere you go, it leaves your icon there where people can click on your icon and come back to your channel and support your channel as well. It's like leaving your business card everywhere you go. Those comments and what your comment says is important too. Just like what your business card says is important. If your business card, like, you know, everybody's had at least a small problem with, you know, bad actors on YouTube showing up on a channel and leaving ugly comments. Well, if you wouldn't put ugly things on your business card, don't put ugly things on your comment. Even if you don't like the video or something, the rule, old grandma's rule applies. If you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. So, but if you go around, if you really want to grow your channel, go around spreading honey, not vinegar, and find something you like in that video and say something about it. If people know what you like about their video, and you say something about it, encourages them to put more of that in their future videos, and then their videos will get better and better. Their channel gets better and better, and people see your nice comments and stuff. Smart people go around looking for nice, flattering comments from channels that have similar content and stuff. And they might just find your nice, flattering comment there. Click on your icon and go over to your channel and help you grow.
Okay. How old was that guy when he got killed?
That is the question. That's what they're trying to figure out.
All right. Who wants to get up there? We know it was a Mercedes. Thank you, Streetcar Life. Hi, Gregory. How you doing?
Hello, Gregory Salvatore's here. He's mentioned earlier, he is live on Sunday night at 9 p.m. Part of the hashtag Insanefriends live calendar, cooperative of live streams. Our favorite saying this month is cooperation is much more profitable than competition.
Says Streetcar Life.
Closer, but not quite.
That's good, Gregory. I'm glad you're doing good.
Awesome. Gregory is another big Camaro channel. We have channels with Camaros, with Mustangs, with Mopars, with trucks, with go-karts, with motorcycles. We have great channels with...
Looked at a toolbox.
We even have great channels with cooking and computer repair.
Awesome.
Most everybody in our network gets their hands in something to build something.
Engine mounts on the Roadrunner soon because I tired of shredding stock rubber mounts. Looking forward to my free
massage every time he goes driving. Yes, you will definitely, with solid mounts, you will have a free massage every time you drive. You're definitely going to feel that. Or at least you won't feel that ba-boom every time you hit and let off of the throttle of the entire engine lifting up out of the broken mount. Streetcar for Life says, I'm the only Camaro in the North Georgia Staying Club. Remember, you did have a Ford there for a while. Do you not still have it? Okay, I'm gonna give it to Streetcar Life because we spent enough time on that one thing, and I'm gonna tell you because there was the closest one with Mercedes and 32. It turns out that it was actually '29 that he died racing. And I would click on a video and watch here. Now, is this... No, that's not Streetcar Life. That's Streetcar for Life is what we're looking for. Let me correct that. I know how to do this. Get right there too then. Ooh, I got to put my brain on.
You don't have enough
there we go.
coffee.
Yeah, I got to cut my coffee off at 6 o'clock in order to be able to in order to be able to go to sleep at night, because I have insomnia. I have really bad insomnia, and I can't stand to take those insomnia pill things. I took one time, and that was it. That was enough for me to know I'm not taking insomnia pills. So I use the what do they call it? The clean nighttime hygiene method of being able to go to sleep at night, and that's where you clean up your sleep time hygiene by getting rid of any kind of chocolate, any kind of caffeine, anything at least 4 hours before bedtime. And you go through a specific routine where you do everything in order so that your subconscious mind knows that you've done all your nightly tasks, and it can just let go of trying to remember everything, because everything is done exactly the same way, exactly the same time every night. And it works most of the time. That and Benadryl. Benadryl helps.
Yeah.
Since I have terrible sinus problems anyway. You ever try to stay awake during work if you've taken Benadryl? Especially if you take Benadryl after lunch and you just start nodding off? Well, it works at nighttime too. But I don't want this to be a Benadryl commercial. So welcome to Streetcar Life page. Like we got some racing videos here on the uploads. Now I was showing people's videos, but with their permission, of course. But there was a couple of times recently, right now the Google and YouTube algorithm, I'm losing my tongue. Google and YouTube algorithm is getting a little overactive and overreactive about this thing where some people have been complaining that other people were stealing their content and making channels out of other people's content. And I know that's a problem with some people. Some unscrupulous people will start a whole channel of nothing but someone else's content, and that needs to be done something about. But when they stick the algorithm on it, the computer doesn't know the difference between somebody stealing somebody's content and somebody showing somebody else's content to try to help them grow their channel, you know, in a collaboration type thing. So I guess what I'm saying is YouTube doesn't know the difference between stealing and collabing. The algorithm doesn't yet. The algorithm is in its trying to see if somebody's using somebody else's content is in its infancy.
Interesting having our
people right there in the chat while we show their videos off, and vice versa.
To them about how they
what's in their
came
video
about it and what they thought was the best part of it. And it made it very interesting.
And we may be able to go back to that and show off some of your actual videos and not just your channel sometime in the future, when the YouTube algorithm, it is an AI, so it does learn and it will get better. And when it starts noticing some of the differences between collaborations and outright theft of content, then maybe we can go back to doing that. And as part of our live shows, showing off other people's content. But until then, just know that we can support each other in this way by showing off each other's channels and stuff in our live streams, and having guests come on the live stream. You know, you can have guests on your live stream through Google Hangouts. That's one of the things that works. If we
hit the button Camaro time and it's playing, they consider it stolen.
Well, not every time, but they did that a couple of times, and they threatened to kick us off of Google Hangouts. So we've got to at least lay low about that for a while. So because we need the Google Hangouts in order to be able to have y'all come on the show and showcase your channel and talk about your channel and interview you and that kind of thing. we don't need to lose Google Hangouts. So maybe we could get another thing if we lost Google Hangouts. There are other softwares that can do what Google Hangouts does, but it would be kind of a hassle, because then we would have to download that new thing, and you would have to download that same thing, whereas everybody's got access to Google Hangouts. And even if you've never used Google Hangouts before, when we send you a link to Google Hangouts, you can quickly follow the instructions and click this, click that, and be on in a few seconds without any prior knowledge, which is why we like using Google Hangouts. We don't want to lose it.
Yeah, that's why we don't push it Camaro time. We'd love to.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I just think it was more interesting.
Yeah, and it was great and beneficial for everybody, because you can show more of a sample of somebody's channel to everybody in the audience, especially in the replay and stuff. And they can see a sample of some of your videos and say, oh, wow, I like that video. That video looks cool. I will go over to that channel, and I will check those people out, and I will support those people and stuff. And they may still do that with seeing your channel and your background art and the thumbnails of your videos. You can see thumbnails here, and you can see by the thumbnails that there's some racing going on here. And I don't know anybody in our audience that's not interested in racing. I mean, we have a lot of well, there's so many automotive channels in our group, and beyond that, even the outdoors people channels that are in our group, the fishing channel, stuff like that. One of the reasons why they're in our group is because they're also car enthusiasts, and they're car enthusiasts and fishing enthusiasts. So when they support your car channel, they really support your car channel, and vice versa. There's so many car enthusiasts that are also fishing enthusiasts, and everybody likes to eat. So the guys that we have in here that like to do cooking and stuff, I say guys, the guys and gals that have the cooking channels and stuff, she does too.
But
yeah, but you don't film it.
Well, I just
her channel, Carol Sane channel, she does the stuff for the kids.
In it that these people wouldn't be able to recreate my food.
Right.
Yeah. Nobody would, because nobody could love anybody as much as I love you. Ever.
Welcome back.
Hi. What's up? What are we doing? Where we at? What are we doing?
We're off a screen share.
We are?
Yep.
But look, what happened?
Oh, on your screen? I don't know what that is.
Oh, there it is. Okay. It's just a lot behind. Hi, review and playing and more.
Yeah, speaking of people that work
Awesome.
on computers, if you ever have a problem with your computer,
Go over there.
yep,
You'll
because I know
learn a lot.
absolutely, and he'll teach you how to upgrade your computer and repair your computer and even build a computer at Reviewing, Playing, and More, RPM.
Wow.
And so we know lots of you have.
We've got a very diverse group, don't we?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, so many people are into so many different things. You know, nobody's a
and you gotta love the accent on Sunday. Is it Sunday? Saturday with Chopper's Rule. I told him a million times I love his accent.
Yeah, he's got that Australian accent.
He doesn't think he has an accent, though. He thinks we have accents. I don't know. I don't know where I stand on that one.
Fan 1701 says the signal is embedded in audio and video that YouTube can detect. Yes, and they've got that part down pat, and it does very well. But what they haven't got down pat yet is any way to tell the difference between theft of content and collaboration. And so, you know, there's a lot of collaboration that was going on that had nothing to do with theft of content, including, you know, in our group, too, that because they just blanketed, you know, and I know why they did it. It's because, you know, there was a lot of theft of content going on. But the way they did it with, you know, stopping any sharing of content whatsoever, it really put a damper on collaborations.
Yeah, it made it more difficult. And
now, one thing some people have been doing that I've seen is they will pull up somebody's video on their phone, and then they'll hold the phone up and show some of the video. And so we may be able to do some of that in the future. But it's not gonna, the video is not gonna look nearly as good as it would if it was on screen share. Oh yeah, that's terrible when you're not monetized and you finally get that viral video and it gets so many hits and you get nothing from it because, you know, and there's one of the problems is with automotive, especially automotive just doesn't get the promotion from YouTube that a lot of other
channels.
Well, channels isn't the word I'm looking for. A lot of other types of video do, like music. Music gets promoted hard. Gaming gets promoted really hard. Welcome back, Impact's Garage and Gaming. And I said gaming gets promoted hard. Bam! Impact's Garage and Gaming was here. Now, and reviewing, playing, and more. Part of his content is gaming. There's a couple of other people in the group that have some gaming as part of their content. And they probably see some of the same kind of results from that as we see from repair videos.
Says he doesn't even know how to do screen share.
Our repair videos bring a lot of eyeballs to the channel.
There's a bar up at the top. Where is it?
Screen share. Well, if you're using Google Hangouts, there's the bar at the top.
Yeah.
In conjunction with YouTube Live. And one of the reasons why Google Hangouts works so well
the screen share one?
with YouTube is because Google owns YouTube.
Which one is the screen share?
The one with screen share is actually off to the our upper left.
It's the green square with the white arrow in the center. Lonesome's Garage. When you're on live,
upper left corner it says Google, and then there's some icons, 4 icons. The second one from the top looks like maybe a television set or something with a curved arrow. If you hold your cursor over top of that, it pops up screen share. If you're on live and you're using Google Hangouts. You also sometimes have to use the operating system Chrome, Google Chrome, in order to get these things to work together. Sometimes if you're having trouble getting things to work, instead of using Internet Explorer, Firefox, or something like that, use Google Chrome as your online. And then your Google Hangouts will work better with your YouTube, all that kind of stuff, because, of course, Google Chrome is also a Google product, and Google wants to encourage you to use all their products, so they make it hard for it to connect with this and that, but really easy to connect with their own stuff, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy almost only works on Google Chrome, even though TubeBuddy is not a Google product. It is an awesome product, and there's a free version of TubeBuddy to help you out with your YouTube channel. There is a link in the description, every description of every video we make. There's a link to TubeBuddy. There's even one in this description right now. If you click on that, you can get TubeBuddy. And TubeBuddy, in order for it to work, you have to be in Google Chrome. But this was part of the contract they made with Google because they wanted their system to work seamlessly with YouTube and be embedded in YouTube, so that when you're trying to edit videos and stuff like that and you want to use one of the TubeBuddy applications, it's all, you don't have to switch screens or anything. There's little TubeBuddy icons all over the place once you've downloaded it, all over your YouTube stuff, and you can find it so easily because of that, and you can use it so easily because of that. And that is because they give in to some of Google's demands and making it to where it only works with Google Chrome and stuff like that. TubeBuddy also gives you the ability to make thumbnails without having to use a separate product or a separate program. It also gives you a share tracker, which gives you the ability to share to several different platforms each video that you make, and it keeps track of which platforms you've shared that video to and which ones you haven't, so that you don't have to try to remember. Especially if you've got over 500 videos like we do, and if you want to go back and make sure that you've shared this video or shared that video to this platform or that platform, you don't have to make notes anywhere or do anything like that, because TubeBuddy keeps track of that for you in their share tracker portion of the, and that's part of the free version of TubeBuddy. The paid version
looking at TubeBuddy,
that I use on this channel
of the live stream.
Oh, okay.
It got me. It took me everywhere. Took me to my channel, wanted me to pay money.
But the paid version of the TubeBuddy, there's 3 paid versions of the TubeBuddy, and the cheapest one is less than $10 a month, and it's half that if you have less than 1,000 subscribers, because they too want to help smaller channels grow. Just like some of us bigger channels, we're trying to help smaller channels grow and help all these other channels, especially people that's helped us. We just jump on the chance to help them out.
Well, now we're getting to
and our whole hashtag Insanefriends group.
Time of night that it is time for self-promotion, people.
Yeah, let us know exactly what you put up on your channel last week.
What
your newest videos are. Yep, and what videos you have planned for next week.
Any collaborations, any new videos. You plan to go to any different
on those videos, or are you gonna do a, what is it that Camaro Time's been doing every Monday? And we've done it a few times too, that when you first release the video, it's not a premiere. Yeah, call it a premiere. It's kind of like a live, but it's not a live stream. It has the live stream chat, but it's a standalone video. And when you do the standalone video, you have the live chat right there where you can interact with people like we're doing right now. But your pre-taped video and edited video is playing while you're interacting with the chat, and they call it a premiere. And you can schedule it for a certain time on a certain day, and then your video will be released at that exact time, and your live chat will come up at that same time. And if you want to see more about that, check out Camaro Times. Probably going to have another video by Monday, because he's been doing Monday night at 7 o'clock, releasing these generational Camaro videos. So check back with us on Sunday, and we'll know for sure by Sunday whether he's going to have one ready for Monday night or not. And we'll let you know then with all the other community news. Anybody wants me to shout out some community news on the Sane Sunday Live, again, connect with me on Victor Sane Facebook, or make a post about it on the Saneauto Facebook page.
How you doing?
If you got some cool show cars you want people to see, your own car you want people to see, a project you want people to see,
Facebook
Saneauto Facebook page. Put it on
mad
there.
videos, he says. So I'm Streetcar Life Facebook has a lot of videos, and Streetcar Life YouTube will be car everything.
All right.
Awesome. Yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, if you join the Saneauto Facebook page, you can share your videos there. ASAP Fishing. All right.
Glad you made it.
See, I told you we had some great fishing channels here.
Yeah.
A lot of great fishing channels, a lot of great crossover between the fishing communities and the car communities. A lot of
cooking communities.
Yep, the computer repair
community.
Yep, which is over a year old now.
Yeah.
A year and a month old.
Ford, Mustang,
Community.
Camaro,
Mopar community. You find them all right here. Wednesday nights at 7:30 and Sunday nights at 7:30. And you find them in there. Don't forget to look in the comment section of every one of our videos for great people to connect with there as well. Oh, you already proved that. That's good.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely connect with each other in the chat right now to see anybody that you don't recognize, haven't already connected with. You don't have to say back or any of those S words that might get you in trouble with the Google algorithm. Can't talk tonight.
No. Well, it's late.
Because they're all such great, wonderful, supportive people. They will support you.
To be dirty. I mean,
without you asking for it back. If they see you supporting them and commenting on their channel, and make sure you give full watches to everybody, guys. If you watch somebody's video in full, it stimulates the growth of that video. It stimulates the algorithm to promote that video. If you only watch enough of the video to make a comment real quick and then click off of the video, that sends a signal to the Google algorithm that there's something wrong with that video. Either you didn't like that video, it was a terrible video, or it was clickbait. What I mean by clickbait is if the title and the thumbnail could look really great, but if it's got a Ferrari and a big mansion behind it, and then the video is about a shack on the water with a boat, then that's clickbait. Same thing, vice versa. If the thumbnail is all about butterflies,
somebody took back their
and babies,
there it is.
and then the video is about hockey, that's clickbait. And so it could be the greatest hockey video you've ever seen, but if the thumbnail is about butterflies and babies, then people wanting to see butterflies and babies are going to click on that, and they're going to see hockey, and they're not going to like it. They're going to click off, and that's what, if you get little short watches, that's what the Google algorithm assumes is going on. Like I said, these algorithms, these AIs are not perfect.
And they're not very smart.
Right, and
they miss one thing, the human
a lot of
equation.
Things human, yeah.
Because a human is going to look at it and they're going to see the difference.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But the AI is not quite human. They don't have the emotion.
The AI is
now
thinking,
that
well,
I've talked about the AI is going to be mad at me.
That's good, Impact Garage and Gaming. I didn't think about that. That would be silly and fun. That would be almost as much fun as that. What is that video game? I saw on one of you guys' channels. One of y'all had a thing with a game where there were
and they gotta throw kittens
cars
in there.
on a giant soccer field, playing soccer with the cars, where the cars would run into the soccer thing.
But they gotta throw the kittens in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, they can have it. Yeah.
Maybe the kittens
babies, butterflies, and kittens playing a hockey match.
Are flying on the butterflies.
But yeah, that looked like, I don't really have any time to play any video games or anything anymore. But if I did, that's one of them that I would try out. The cars and the soccer. The cars actually play the soccer game. They drive around and hit the soccer ball and stuff.
Well,
it's silly.
Excuse us.
Is it time?
Yes, it is. I can't stop.
Yeah, fan. The AIs they're not just going to be a problem in the future. They're going to be a worse problem in the future. They'll either be a benefit or a hazard. If they're a benefit, they're not my problem. But right now, they're already being a problem in some ways.
Yeah.
They're being a benefit in some ways, but they're being a problem in other ways. They're definitely showing that they're not perfect. And Lord help us when they become perfect. Woo!
I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Quadnik. Quadnik, I guess, is the name that you're trying to.
No. He's got a friend that has a YouTube channel.
Oh.
And he's quadriplegic. He's one of the top Rocket League players in the world.
Oh, wow.
Well, we'd be happy to have him in the live stream sometime, and be able to click on his icon and stuff and go support him. That would be great. Yes, you're right, Streetcar for Life. Top Tier did do that live. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but I was thinking it was the UK Top Gear, and they did it in Mini Coopers. Am I remembering right? Gosh, this is years ago I'm trying to remember from. There was like 10 years I went without watching any television at all. And sometime during that 10 years,
we do Hulu.
I binge watched a bunch of Top Gear, and then we're right back to not watching television at all. Because I did like a couple weekends of binge watching Top Gear UK to get caught up on that, and then we were right back to not watching television at all. Yeah, yes, the real Top Gear. Yeah, I feel the same way. If it's the Top Gear UK, that's the real Top Gear. I just think it makes it so much sillier and fun
on here.
with their British accents and their shenanigans. Yeah, those guys just had just the right amount of tension between them in their relationship.
Lady Stig used to come on here.
Yes, Lady Stig has made her appearance a couple of times. She sure has, right here on #Insanefriends. Or was it Sane Sunday Live? Yeah. She was right here in this studio a couple of times. Yeah. She was. Lady Stig was here. She didn't say much, though.
I missed her because, like, I would go to the bathroom.
Yeah, she'd go to the bathroom or something. Lady Stig would just, like, appear. Yep.
I don't know why. She didn't like me, I don't think.
Yeah, that would be cool if you could find some time to show up, and we'll get to click on his icon and stuff and go check out his channel and everything. Fan 1701, yes. Watch YouTube now instead of TV. Been an old school sci-fi series kick the last few weeks. Yeah, we're big sci-fi fans as well.
Yeah, I like Doctor Who.
Yeah, Doctor Who's not my favorite, but it is her favorite.
Yeah, and I like the TARDIS. And I want to get some weeping angels for my garden.
I guess my favorite would be like Star Wars stuff, but not that new. That there's a couple of the new ones that I like, but there was one of them that I wanted to like, and there was a lot of things to like about it, but the political correctness, there was so much political correctness in that movie being shoved down our throat, it kind of ruined it.
I want some weeping angels in my yard.
And we're not the only ones that spend way more time on YouTube than television. Television is just getting it handed to itself by YouTube.
Well,
there's so many more people watching us. Right now in prime time, there's way more people watching YouTube than watch television. And now a lot of television proponents will make the excuse, well, television's having to compete with Hulu and compete with all these other platforms. Well, YouTube's having to compete with all those platforms as well. They're having to compete with as many platforms as television is.
And I didn't know you were here.
Television doesn't have it any harder than us YouTubers of gaining an audience. But what television doesn't have that we have as creators on YouTube is we have the ability to change and adapt our content very quickly to suit our viewers and our audience. We have the ability to look back and see what's working with our videos and stuff. And we also have an intimacy advantage that both television does not have and much bigger YouTubers no longer have. Once, you know, your YouTube channel gets so big, you just can't hear the individual voice for all of the screaming for your attention anymore. Then you lose that intimacy. Right now, all our channels are at the point where we still have a great deal of intimacy with our audience because, you know, we can watch everything you're saying. We can see every comment on our videos. We can respond to everyone, and we can learn from you guys what you're liking and what you're enjoying. Yeah.
And what we can do better.
And we can do better. We can change and adapt quickly without having to hold a board meeting and 2 years of this and that, and, you know, interacting with the people that create the content, who interact with the actors, who interact with so and so, and then they have a meeting, and then back and forth, and finally maybe the next season something might change and it'll be the wrong thing. Yes, baby. Okay, baby.
Getting a second and a third and a fourth
wind. Yeah.
I'm about to pass out over here.
Getting the geese from the audience. Muscle Car Appraisal, great to see you here.
Wow.
As I mentioned before, Muscle Car Appraisal will be at 9 p.m. right after us. Not tonight. Starting, what is it? Now I've got my calendar messed up. Next month on the 6th, March the 6th, will be their first Wednesday night live. So be looking out for that. And well, thank you for watching for an hour. It's nice to have you here.
Yeah, I didn't see your.
Oh yeah, I remember Space 1999.
Yeah. And
back then in the 70s,
wow,
there wasn't all this really great
I'm starting to get
special effects and stuff like there is now. And Space 1999 was really one of those cool. Did it? I was watching it in the 70s, but was it the 60s that it came out? 1999. And yes, it was British. It was British, every bit as good as I feel it was every bit as good as the thing with the TARDIS that you like, Doctor Who thing.
Yeah, nothing can be as good as Doctor Who. Doctor Who. Awesome.
But I liked that Space 1999 had the little spaceship things.
Except for the last with the female doctor.
Of course, when Star Wars came out, the first Star Wars came out, in 1977, I was just blown away like most other people, and I was just like, Space 1999 just kind of got thrown out of my mind.
It went off, so it's time for us to go off.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to go. Yes, Battlestar Galactica, I was really into that when it first came out, but then after a while, you know, and that was late 70s too. After a while, I started noticing that, you know, whenever I got to see spaceships, it was pretty much the same two spaceships coming after each other, doing the same shooting. And then I realized after a few seasons, they were rehashing that same scene over and over and over again. I'm putting up with all that dialogue for the whole show to see some space battles, and it was the same space battle over and over again.
He was a little kid.
I was a little disappointed.
He was young at the time.
Yeah.
He's awful cute.
Yeah, the 1999, right at the end of the 60s, I believe so, because that's probably, because I know it was before Battlestar Galactica, and so, and I was probably watching reruns of it in the early 70s or something, and then Battlestar Galactica came along, and Star Wars and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Star Wars kind of ruined all the sci-fi.
Yeah, it spoiled us all. It spoiled us all. Made us expect more of our sci-fi shows and movies, because Industrial Light and Magic did such a great job on it. Streetcar Life mentions Dragon Ball OG. I don't know much about that, but my son, who's grown now, he was a big Dragon Ball fan.
So was Michael.
Yeah, Michael. Michael was a big Dragon Ball fan.
So both the boys. Pokemon. If I see another Pokemon.
Yeah, you're right, fan. That's exactly what was happening. They were pretty much forced to reuse that special effects stuff over and over again to save money, because it was a TV series, and the network was on them. You know, we're not gonna give you any money and have another season if you don't get the cost down. We're not paying all that for this. And all sci-fi series are always way more expensive than most other television series, which is it makes it even more amazing some of the stuff that some of the YouTubers come up with on YouTube. That's just some crazy cool stuff with a lot of special effects.
Well, I'm gonna go get my dog. I'm gonna go bring the dog.
Okay.
In. And in a little bit, he's gonna say, "Get off the couch and get dirty." Well, since I'm not gonna be here,
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you now. Keep it clean, people.
Well, it's time for me to go before she sicks the dogs on me. But thank you so much for bringing up so much interesting stuff. And one last thing about the sci-fi, I guess one of the reasons why there's so many people in the car community and other communities, anybody that builds and creates and gets their hands dirty and stuff, such a big fan of sci-fi, because that's, you know, that's another thing that we all hold in common, because that's something that these guys that doing the sci-fi stuff, they had to build all these models, they had to build all these sets, they had to build all these, they had to get their hands dirty, and they had to be very creative with both their mind and their hands, which is the same thing that we do. We all do that. We're all very creative with our mind and our hands. It's not a one or the other thing, it's both. You know, and we share that in common with people who do good sci-fi. So maybe we'll get a couple of sci-fi channels to join the hashtag Insanefriends at some point, and we can learn a few things from them to incorporate in our videos as well. I know there's a lot of you guys out there have incorporated some really cool, neat stuff during scene transitions. And I don't really have any examples of that right now. Maybe I can come up with something in another show, or maybe we could have a guest on here on the hashtag Insane Friends one night. One of the Wednesday night guests could come on here and we talk about their channel. Somebody that has some of those, has incorporated some of those special effects in their scene transitions. Kind of like the flashy light special effect that Carol's doing right now. Do it right over the camera. Have a James Cameron. See if we could come up with a James Cameron lens flare thing. No, you're too far. Too far. You ruined the effect. You ruined the effect. Oh, angry cat won't light up. Angry cat, so angry about ruining the effect that he won't light up. All right. Oh, and Chopper's Rule 1 showed up before we're gone. We're about to leave, mate. It's good to see you, though. Chopper's Rule 1 right here on the board, which we've gotten closer.
Here.
And
see?
Right here on the hashtag Insane Friends calendar. Remember when we were shouting out? Chopper's Rule 1 is here right now. He's the one I was telling you about is on Saturday nights at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, U.S. Eastern Standard Time. That's our time. It is Sunday morning where he's at when he lives. So another great member of the hashtag Insane Friends live calendar and network of live streams.
And I was just saying earlier that he's just keeping those lottery numbers to himself. He won't let me know what they were.
Yeah, since he is in the future.
Yeah.
Speaking of sci-fi, Future Man is here.
Timey-wimey. Wobbly.
Off to Brisbane today to look at new trucks. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, I was telling you about the flooding over there and his truck got flooded? It seems he's about to go get that new truck.
Awesome.
Insurance paid off and he's going to go looking at shopping for new trucks. So that worked out well. I hope you get a great one better than you had. Yeah, he had a night. They call them Utes over there, but they're trucks to us over here on the East Coast. And it was a victim of the flooding, which, ironically, we're having here now.
One wheelie.
Remember Chopper's Rule? I told you we have like 4 monsoon seasons. It's been raining for over a week. We had 1 day of not rain. And we're going to have another full week of rain. It's still raining right now.
I'm starting to grow gills over here.
Even though we're on top of a hill, we still got our fan stuck and had to pull it out because it sank because it's been raining that much. But luckily it wasn't sank so bad we couldn't pull it out. And one wheelie is here.
Well, we got to go, baby.
Okay. And Chopper's Rule, if you want to be a guest on one of the Wednesday night Insane Friends lives, give me a message on the Facebook. We'd like to get you on here too.
Yeah, that was fun. We got to see your kitty and your doggies, and I want to see the doggies again.
And Willie was at Taekwondo again tonight.
Awesome.
Good job. Oh yeah, the custom camper box. So it did survive. That's great. If he gets the same size truck, then he can use it on there.
All right.
Awesome, and that's going to be a couple of videos right there.
Excuse me.
Hopefully, we'll get a video of the new truck.
And get dirty.
Okay, yeah, guys, I got to go.
No,
Six the dogs
stay
over.
clean.
So, thank you very much for coming to our live and being so active in the chat and making it such a great show. We really appreciate y'all and really love hanging out with you. But we are going to have to go get some sleep. So till the next video, get off the couch and get dirty.
No, stay clean.